back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a day in the life of a 1960s housewife. My 1950s video went down so well that I thought I would go ahead and do the next decade. And I'm so excited because the 1960s, especially in Britain, was the most iconic decade for so many reasons. The music, the fashion, the protesting, the free love. But the majority of women with young children were still housewives. So I'm going to go through what they would eat, what they would do, how they would clean, etc. So I really hope you enjoy this, and I'm so excited as well because this is also a collaboration with 4 other YouTubers. We have decided to take on all of the decades, so I will put all of the links in the description bar below. But Brittany from Bits of Paradise will be doing the 1950s. I'm obviously doing the 60s. Elle Lindquist will be doing a day in the life of a 1970s housewife. And then Shaylee from Shaylee and Baby is doing the 1980s. And finally, Arianna Pflederer will be doing a day in the life of a 1990s housewife. So we have so many videos for you. So if you like these kind of videos, please check out the links down below. So without further ado, let's step back in time. So I'm starting out the day with a cup of tea and also an English breakfast. After the 2 world wars, tourism really started to pick up in Britain, and this became like a normal breakfast to have in a hotel or a B&B, and that is why it's called an English breakfast. And then people started to have it more and more in the 60s. So this morning, because I was having this, which was actually so filling, I thought I'd let Jackson try bacon, and that is what he thought of it. After breakfast, I went to get ready and put on a full face of makeup and also tried to perfect the beehive hairstyle. Tried, but my hair just does not want to be a beehive. This is like as high as I could get, pushing it up with pins, but apparently the bigger the better in the 60s, and some women would want to keep their beehive so perfect they would actually sleep sitting up. So I don't think this would do very well in the 60s, but it's gonna have to do for today. And now into fashion, and in the 60s, Mary Quaint invented the first ever miniskirt, which was the first of its kind. It was several inches above the knee and made women feel free and able to walk around freely without a long skirt on. The miniskirt was a really big deal in the 60s, but because I'm just doing housework today, I'm just going to wear jeans and this gingham shirt, which I thought was quite 60s, and my pathetic beehive, which is just getting flatter and flatter as the day goes on. So Jackson has just gone down for his morning nap, so I'm going to get on with my cleaning duties. In the 1960s, most women with families were housewives. Lots more of them started working when their children got to the teenage years. But because my children are young, I would have been a housewife. And on average, they would clean about 44 hours a week. And nowadays, in 2017, we clean on average about 17 or 18 hours a week. So it is a lot more than I clean at the moment. So I have lots to get on with, and I know I'm gonna have to do the dishes by hand because dishwashers really didn't become a thing until the 1970s, 80s. So yeah, here we go. So I'm gonna start out getting those dishes done from breakfast, and it's funny how you don't realize how much you use something until it's gone. I really missed my dishwasher. Luckily, there was washing machines in the 60s, so I could put a load of laundry on, and then I'm gonna try and tackle the toys. In the 60s, children probably wouldn't have had these many toys, but they did start to get more toys because the war in England was over in the 50s. People did start to get more toys and give kids more attention. And then I'm just going to straighten out the rest of the house. Jackson's outfit, I have dressed him in the most babyish outfit that we have for him. Nowadays, babies dress like little adults, but back then they really would have dressed a lot more like babies in something like this. And then I'm going to take Jackson outside. Back in the 60s, children spent so much time outdoors. There were TVs at home, but they still encouraged children to play outside. So I'm going to take Jackson outside. Right, so we're now going to pop to the shops. Back in the 60s, housewives would go to the store every single day to get supplies for dinner. They had very small fridges and no freezers, so you had to go every day. So I'm just going to go there now, and I've got something fun planned for dinner for tonight. Once I finished at the shops, I also did the school run, and then when we got home, I encouraged the boys to play outside. We had a game of dodgeball, and then I just tried to keep them outside, away from their iPads, away from their tablets and things as much as I could, and it was really cute. They invented this game with the acorns. They were collecting them and putting them into Tupperware and throwing them and just playing with them, and they were occupied for ages outdoors. Once we got back inside, I decided to put on a film for them, and Mary Poppins was actually released in 1964, and my boys have never seen it. So I put that on. It didn't actually hold their attention for that long, but it gave me a chance to try and tidy up the house, because again, in the 60s, the idea is that your house would be nice and tidy for when your husband gets home from work. So I tried to just do the dishes, wipe down all the surfaces, and start to think about preparing dinner as well. And I'm making a 1960s starter, and it's so random. You need cheese, pineapple, a grapefruit, and toothpicks. You just stick half a grapefruit on a plate like this, get some cubed cheese, and then also some pineapple slices, stick them onto a toothpick, and then stick that into a grapefruit. And honestly, I find this so odd because it just wasn't a thing where I grew up in Canada, but this was the height of sophistication in the 1960s. Yeah, try it. Do you like it? Yeah. It's good, and it's got cheese on it too. Well, the boys seem to like it, and for their dinner they're having spaghetti bolognese, and I'm going to have the same when Matt gets home from work. But before the 60s there was no pasta in the UK, but the 60s saw foreign food like Italian food and Indian food come to the UK. It sounds silly calling it foreign when it is such a staple now, but it really was quite fancy at dinner parties. After dinner, I'm going to take all of the boys up and get them all bathed so that they're all nice and clean and in clean pajamas for when my husband Matt gets home. And while I'm with them in the bathroom, I'm going to quickly try and freshen up my makeup and hair. Typically, women would do this about 15 or 20 minutes before their husbands would get home so that they would look all fresh. And oh my goodness, how cute is Jackson's walking? He literally started this week and he is getting so confident. I'm so proud of him.
Guys, do you remember I did go swimming again at school, but I had my snack too.
You had swimming and a snack at school?
When I went back to school.
That's good, isn't it? Was it fun?
Guys, watch this. Potty face.
Then I'm just going to try and get all the boys to bed and then come downstairs and set the table and get everything ready for dinner. So Matt's home now, so I'm going to show him my starter. This was the height of sophistication in the 1960s. You try one. I'm going to stab him. Like it? Mm. Do you?
I love it.
The boys liked it. Do you like it? Ah, it's a winner. It's just weird. It's just weird that you put it in a grapefruit as well. After that, I'm gonna need a drink. And back then, wines like Chianti, Blue Nun, and Rosé Matthias got really popular. Here is the spaghetti bolognese for Matt. I've also got some garlic bread and of course my starter as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and eat this, but this is actually a normal dish that we would have all the time, followed by profiteroles. This was a big one in the 60s. Obviously, I didn't make this by hand, but I reckon M&S was around in the 60s as well. So it's the next day now, and I wanted to update on how I found my 1960s day. I really enjoyed doing this one. I loved researching it. I found it so interesting. I was obviously doing a housewife version, but when I was looking into it, it was saying that the teenagers in the 1960s were so much more free, and you know, it was like love and rock and roll and everything, because the parents of those teenagers had been through 2 world wars, so they were a lot more like relaxed, less strict, and were like to their kids like enjoy life almost. So that is why everything went crazy. And I found it interesting as well that the fashion changed so much in the 60s compared to the 50s. Like mini skirts were like, would have been like disgusting in the 50s, but then they were completely accepted in the 60s. And I thought it was quite cute. They were actually called a miniskirt because the inventor of them, Mary Quaint, her favorite car was the Mini, so that's why she called it a mini skirt. So I thought that was really cool as well. I really liked, again, that, you know, as a wife, you kind of like try to get the house looking nice and like try and make yourself like freshen up a bit. Like you almost like care a bit more about impressing your husband, whereas like nowadays it's like, hi, I'm in my pajamas just looking disgusting at the end of the day. So I quite liked that. Again, I didn't like the pressure though of having to have a clean house. Like they did so much cleaning, and obviously they didn't work back then. Most women didn't work. Because I work now, I like do like the bare minimum in a way. Like I'll do like 1 weekly clean and then just like day to day. So I could never keep up with their cleaning schedule. I really miss the dishwasher, I really miss the tumble dryer again. But yeah, I love the music though. Like the Beatles became a thing, the Rolling Stones, so all the music in the 60s was amazing. Yes, but I hope you enjoyed this day. Let me know what your favorite part was in the comments below, and give it a like if you want me to go ahead and do the 1970s, and make sure you check out the other people in this collab who have done the other decades, because they are such good videos. So all the links are down below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.